Hi guys, and welcome back to the SN Studio for another 9th edition video battle report. Nick back in the studio. Phoenix Rising versus War of the Spider. Alaitoc Eldar versus Adeptus Custodes. Boom. Mic
Classic.
drop.
Classic.
It's a classic, yeah. These two forces have faced each other a lot of the times, especially in the classic style format.
On camera, off camera.
Yeah, loads, like loads. Yeah. It's a really good grudge match with a lot of background story in both armies. Yeah. So we're playing 1500 points. Yeah. And we're basically brought the Adeptus Custodes because we haven't actually previewed the War of the Spider, even though it came out I think 2 weeks ago now. It's a very good book, one of the best probably from the Cycling Awakening range. Compared to this isn't very good. Not good. We are playing today retrieval mission, so like we've been doing, we've been trying to preview every mission that we can. So we've been playing different missions all the time. We did play 4 Pillars again on SN Plus yesterday, but we are playing retrieval mission because we still haven't previewed it on YouTube. So without further ado, let's go straight onto lists. Nick, I'll start with mine because there's a bit more to talk about with your lists. So today I've taken a battalion, and as many of you know, or for those that don't, when you take a battalion now in 9th edition, if your Warlord is in the battalion, you stay with your 12 command points with you.
You basically get refunded your 3 CP.
You pay 3 CP to have a battalion, then you get them refunded, like Nick says. So for my HQs, for my 3 HQs, I've got 2 Farseers. In the Warlord slots, I've got a Farseer with a Shining Spear. Is it Shining Spear it's called?
Singing Spear.
Singing Spear, that's it. You can throw the Singing Spear and it sings.
You're going to confuse that a lot.
It sings. La 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 la.
He's going to confuse this a lot.
Yeah.
Shining and singing. I see it. I see it coming. He's going to do a steal.
I do those things. So for his Warlord trait, he's got the Alaitoc special Warlord trait where he gives a fearless bubble within 6 inches. And then for his relic, he's got the blazing Star of Vol. So basically adds 2 to his Shuriken weaponry. So basically he's got 2 extra shots in the bottom guns of his bike. 6 shots instead. Not a lot of good stratagems. Not a lot of good relics. So I've basically chosen that because I've actually never used it before. So I said why not?
Yeah, you normally go for the Shimmering Plume, I think it's called.
Yes, the -1 to it, but that's just for Autox, yes.
That's because normally the Autox is your Warlord.
Yes, he's normally in every single list, but I've tried to change it up a bit. Anyway, for my second HQ slot, I've got another Farseer. He's just has a Witchblade. I'm going to quickly go over the 2 psychic powers they have. So my Warlord has Doom and Guide, standard. And then my other Farseer has Executioner, and I've also given him Guide as well, just to have Guide on both of them, just in case one of them actually dies in battle. I always have the Guide on the next one. For my third HQ, I've got a Warlock and Bike as well, with a Witchblade, and I have Conceal Reveal. No, I've got Jinx and Protect. So a +1 to your saving throws, or -1 to the enemy's saving throw. Especially, it's really good when you're playing Custodes with such good armor saves. For my troop choices, I've got 2 units of Rangers, 2 units of 7 Rangers. Really looking forward to actually using them, especially in bigger units of 7. And then I've got the standard loadout for Guardians in the past year or so, especially when I've been using them. A blob of 20 Guardians, which I normally don't know yet, but I normally pay 1 CP for them to stay in reserve, and then drop down, guide them, doom the web-wave strike. Doom the unit I'm actually firing at, and they can put out a lot of damage, especially when they're shooting 40 shots. In the fast attack, I've got 3 slots. I've got 2 units of 5 bikes. I normally have them in bigger squads, but now with the coherency tests, it's always better to have 5 just in case I make any mistakes. So 2 units with Shuriken cannons. And then I've got a unit of Shining Spears. Haven't used these in a long time. But now with a extra that this book gets, I think they get pretty interesting. So these guys, I've got a unit of 5, and then I've got an extra 1 which is upgraded to be an Exarch with a Star Lance instead of the normal Lance. And what I've given them, so this unit has a 4-up invulnerable save against shooting attacks. The Exarch is upgraded to have
skilled rider
exemplar of the Spear Shrine. So I pay a CP and I can choose one of the Exarch powers, and I've given him skilled rider. So the Exarch now has a 3-up invulnerable save at the start of the battle. Now it's really interesting because when I actually put protect on them, he's got a 2+ invulnerable save against shooting, which is horrendous.
Yeah, you don't really see 2-up invuls anymore.
No, especially like things like Drago could have it, but they nerfed it and stuff like that. So probably will get nerfed later on or changed, but at the moment I think it's legal, and I've actually played against it. I played against it against Ben Jones in the Warhammer World Finals. I actually played that in the first game. That's the first time I actually saw it, because the book had just come out, so I hadn't even read the book, and then this guy started doing all these shenanigans. But a brilliant guy. So hello Ben Jones. I'll probably see you soon in the Gibraltar GT, because he is coming to Gibraltar GT. Very resilient if I actually cost that power.
Yeah.
I've got 2 War Walkers, which again I haven't brought out in a long time. But it's a new edition, so why not try stuff like this? They're upgraded to have Shuriken cannons and the Aeldari missile on them. And then I've got 2 Night Spinners. Night Spinners I think are really good now.
Again, something we haven't seen for a while.
You've been missing it, but I actually have been playing them in the last couple of reports. Especially if you're not SM Plus members, I've been using them on the SM Plus reports.
I'll shut up.
So now vehicles don't suffer the penalty for moving. So they don't get the -1, so I think they're pretty good, especially they move 16 inches, which is quite a lot. Ignore line of sight as well, which there's a lot of line of sight blocking on the table today, a lot of obscuring terrain. And when you get those 6s, -4 damage to, I think they'll do pretty well in this game. And that's my list. 1500 points. I think I'm down by 4 points. I think it's like 1496. But I'm pretty close. So yeah, that's my list, and we move on to next list, and very cool War of the Spider upgrades.
Yes. So normally I think in my list I normally like to take either Dreadknots or I like to take bikes. This time I've just taken 1 of each.
Yes. So again, trying things
out. A bit
out.
of balance.
New edition, try things out.
So there's a lot of pre-game strats now you can take with Custodes, so I'll go over the list and I'll discuss what strats I've actually taken.
Okay.
So we're taking Trajan Valorous.
So you've started with a battalion.
Yeah, right? It's a battalion. Yeah, absolutely. So just a battalion, because before we're used to gain command points.
Yeah, now we don't need to
we don't want to do that. So just Trajan Valorous and the Shield Captain in the HQ slots. The Shield Captain is going to be the Warlord.
Okay.
He is going to be taking the Superior Creation Warlord trait and the Auric Aquilus relic. So the Superior Creation Warlord trait gives him a 5+ Venal Pain, and the Auric Aquilus gives him a 3-up invulnerable and allows him to reroll charges, because he is on a Dawn Eagle jetbike.
Okay, very cool.
Yep. So
very resilient as well.
Absolutely.
And the 5-up is good against Smite and stuff. Which
exactly.
You've probably do a lot.
Yeah, you've got the 5-up Funeral Pain, which is just in general good. I think it's just in general where you think you're gonna die, and then boom, you just roll 3 5-ups and you live. So we've got 3 troop choices: 2 3-man Custodian Guard units with 1 Storm Shield and Sword in each.
Okay.
And then we've got another Custodian Guard unit with 3 spears and 1 sword and board.
It's always good to have those shields. I think you pay like 3 extra points to having a storm shield,
52.
And it's always so good to actually now start all the big guns that fire at it, just put it on the storm shield. Now there's something different in 9th edition, where if you start targeting a unit and your first rolls go on the storm shield, for example, if I have a unit with a las cannon and bolter fire, if I shoot my las cannon first, and you say I'm going onto the storm shield, the rest of the shots need to go into the storm shields now. You can't now change and go into the others. So it's a really cool rule that they've actually added in 9th edition.
Yeah, it stops you from just splitting shots.
Exactly. Makes the game faster as well.
So since we've got the new character rules that now you can actually target characters if they're not near monstrous creature, vehicles, or units that are 3 or more.
Yes, exactly.
I've actually decided to include a unit of 4.
Okay.
Because if you start killing one guy from the 3-man unit, another from the 3-man unit, then you can start targeting my characters, and that will become an issue. Evidently.
Yeah, and we are playing 1500 points because we're just testing out lists, because we haven't got the proper points till the 24th of July, I think it is. So it's a really difficult points number for Custodes.
Yeah.
So you'll probably see bigger units when you play 1750 and stuff.
Yeah, and then we've got Achilles Dreadknots.
Okay.
With obviously the dreads, the spear.
Yeah.
So you've got and I've upgraded him with the twin Adrethic Destructors. Yeah.
They're so good.
Yeah.
-3, damage 3, 4 shots.
Yeah. Strength 5.
And now they don't suffer the penalty for moving either, so they're always hitting on 2s.
That didn't anyway.
Yeah, but with the spear, I mean, the spear was heavy, right?
Heavy, yeah. So yeah, that doesn't suffer a minus to hitting.
So good.
Yep. Well, that's awesome. And now we've got of course, you cannot leave your house without your Vexilius Praetor.
Yeah, -1.
Yep, with Storm Shield and Vexilius Magnifica.
Don't think if I mentioned, but obviously you've seen from the color that I'm playing Alaitoc.
Alaitoc, yeah.
And another cool thing, now is the good time to mention, modifiers have changed. So there's a maximum of -1 and a minimum and a maximum to +1 as well. So, which is really, and 6s are always a hit as well.
Yeah, you can only ever get +1 to hit or a -1.
So what's that strat to -1 more? Lightning fast will only be used if it's used when you have a +1.
Exactly.
To
counteract that.
Yeah.
So yeah, then you've got him with the Misericordia as well.
And the Storm Shield.
And the Storm Shield, yeah. And then a unit of 4 bikes. All with Hurricane Bolters.
Very cool. I love the bikes. They're so good.
So, going to the new book.
Yes.
What are we going to be taking today?
A lot to talk about now.
Yes, absolutely.
I'm more excited than him, I think. I was like, oh man, Custodes is so good. You have to come up and play.
Yeah.
And now he's like actually read the book and is like, oh my god, these are really good.
This is amazing, yeah. And it really is amazing. So, literally, the first thing is you can now choose a shield host.
Okay.
So you can choose a shield host, and your detachment or that detachment, in case you take multiple, becomes a certain host. So I've decided to go Shadow Keepers today. It's the first one. I said, okay, I'll give this one a try.
Yeah.
I've read the other ones. There are better ones.
We will be trying the Dreadnought host.
Absolutely, the Dread host, which I think is probably one of the best ones.
It is.
And we'll go over it now. But the Shadow Keepers is the one I've decided to use today. And essentially, it gives each host allows you to take a Warlord trait, a relic, and it gives you a specific host stratagem. And the Warlord trait for the Shadow Keepers is when resolving an attack made by a character model against this Warlord, subtract 1 from the hit roll. When resolving an attack made by this Warlord against an enemy character unit, subtract 1 from the saving throw, including invulnerables.
Yeah.
So Storm Shields now become 4-ups.
Are you taking that Warlord trait? No.
No.
I'm just discussing it.
Yeah, I'm just discussing it because I am taking the Superior Creation, which I still think is better. Yeah. But even though -1 to the enemy invulnerable saves is pretty good.
It is, yeah.
Yeah. Then you've got the Relic, the Stasis Obolites, which is at the start of the fight phase, select one enemy character unit within 3 inches of a model with this relic. Until the end of that phase, halve the number of attacks characteristics of models in that unit.
Yeah, that's cool. Especially the Knight's a character. You upgrade him to have a character, then suddenly has a lot more less attacks. So it's actually pretty interesting. So basically each host gets, like Nick said, gets a Warlord trait, gets a relic, and gets the free stratagem. So now explain the stratagem, which is the good one.
Yeah, absolutely. So the stratagem, this is the reason I've taken it, is called Grim Responsibility. And you use the stratagem in any phase where a Shadow Keepers unit, which is everyone, from your army is chosen as the target of an attack. Until the end of that phase, when resolving an attack against that unit, subtract 1 from the strength characteristic of that attack. So essentially what that means in the shooting phase, which is probably be the most common time to use it, or the assault phase, but let's say in the shooting phase you've got a unit of Shuriken Catapult jetbikes, Shuriken cannon, jetbikes that fire at the Virtus Praetors, for example. They'll be firing, you select to use that. Now those Shuriken cannons are from strength 6 down to strength 5, so they'll be wounding from 4s to 5s.
That's really interesting, especially with these spears as well, because their strength is 6 on the charge. So I would be hitting on 4s, wounding on 4s, down wounding on 5s.
Exactly. Or even if there's strength 10 weapons and they're firing into custodian units and you're like, well, they're going to be wounding on 2s, I'll use this, they're now wounding on 3s.
Yeah, so good, such a good one. Okay, so you've got a couple of extra things as well. Now, you've upgraded the shield captain, right?
Absolutely.
To be
so I've used a few pre-game stratagems. I've used the Victor for the blood gains for him to allow him to reroll either 1 save throw, wound roll or hit roll per turn. So it's a free CP basically, just using 1 CP. And then you've got this new chart at the back of the book called the Lords of the Shield Hosts.
Oh, very nice.
So, and that is a stratagem, a pre-game strat that you can use, and it's called Captain Commander. And you use the stratagem before the battle, select 1 shield captain model from your army that is not a named character, so it can't be Trajan. Select 1 captain commander trait from the list to the left of the stratagem.
So there's a list of what, about 7 or 8?
And you can use the stratagem once per battle, so it's only 1 character that's going to get this.
And you chose...
Yeah, so I chose a strategic mastermind, which is whilst this model is on the battlefield, you can roll 1d6 for each command point you spend to use a stratagem. On a 5+, that command point is refunded, and you can only be refunded 1 CP per turn.
Per turn, yes.
But a CP farm. Plus
so you're getting your free one for the command phase. You're probably getting one with the command farm, and then Trojan has a possibility of getting D3 once per game. So wow, I love it. Like Custodes just needed this so much. You were starting the game with like 4 command points, and now you're starting with 12 and having the opportunity to get 12 more if you want.
Exactly. So for example, this at the start of this game, I'm starting with 10. With the possibility of getting reserve, but it's still 9.
With the possibility of getting 2 more per turn.
2 more per turn.
And one of the turns, Trojan giving you an extra D3.
Exactly. So you can get a total of 10 plus D3. That's 13 extra CP if you play a full 5-turn game.
Which is now 5 turns. It doesn't go over that.
It doesn't go over to 6.
It's so good. Much needed. I'm happy.
I mean, that's...
Bravo, gives you up.
I mean, that's 25 CP. I feel like a god player. 25 CP.
Yeah, you feel like Shaggy. So there we have it. I don't think you've spent anything else. There's a lot of good stratagems which we hopefully will see in this battle report. Now, we are playing with some terrain, so there's a lot of new terrain features. We are playing on this amazing board which you saw at the beginning. We are using the ruins, not the ruins, what they call rocks. The rocks as obscured terrain, and we've also given them light cover. We've also given them the light cover keyword, and then with those mechanical terrain pieces.
So the industrial pieces,
we're using them as industrial terrain, which gives them dense cover, light cover as well. I think it was.
I don't think it was like
dense cover, scalable, breachable, and defensible. That's what we're doing for today. So a lot to take in. But we're happy to play 9th edition again, and we hopefully it's a really nice game. So yeah, I'm ready, Nick's ready. We'll catch you back after deployment. See you now. And here we go. Both armies now deployed on the table and ready for battle.
Yes.
Nick is born in 9th edition, finally back on the table. Custodes versus Craftworlds Eldar. What a game we have here for you. Retrieval mission, 6 objectives on the table, which we will now show you exactly where they are. They are preset, and we are playing Hammer and Anvil, which is preset deployment. So we've got the 3 objectives on this side, and then mirrored on this side we've got 1. Nick's pointing to the other just under that structure there, and then 1 underneath these bikes. So Nick won the first roll-off. He decided to be the defender, so he did choose sides and started deploying 1 unit first. So I had the counter to all his units.
Yes.
We do have some units in tactical reserve. I've got my 2 war walkers, which cost me just 1 CP. It was a combined total of 8 power level, and I've also spent 1 CP to have the Guardians in
Webway Strike.
Webway Strike, correct.
Yeah.
Have you spent any CP for tactical reserves?
Just 1, yeah.
Not tactical reserves. You've spent 1 for.
No, just tactical reserves. Just see how it works.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're also trying it out.
Yeah, just trying it out because I know how Golden Light works. It probably would be more beneficial for me, but just see how tactical reserves can help me out.
Is it the same? Is it 1 CP?
Yeah, they're both 1 CP.
Then it's better going for Golden Light.
It would be because of the deep strike, but I do want to see how tactical reserves could even work for me.
Okay, cool. Yeah. No problem. Okay, so we do have to roll off first, but let's quickly go over deployment now. So we've got the 2 Night Spinners just at the back here, making good use of the terrain blocking. And then we've got the 2 units of bikes, Elder bikes, with the 2 Farseers, the Warlords on the back with the lance, with the spear, sorry. And then we've got the other one there with the Witchblade. On this terrain piece, we've got 2 units of Rangers making good use of the cover save that they will be getting from this area terrain. And then on the right, flanking already, we've got the Warlock and his unit of Shining Spears. So 2 units in reserve, like I already mentioned. And then moving over here to the Custodes deployment. Nick, take us through.
Yeah, so we've got the unit of bikes, the Virtus Praetors, then you've got the Shield Captain just behind them. Then you've got the unit of 4 Custodes there with Storm Shield, the Vexillus Praetor, the Magnifica, of course. You've got Trajan Valoris just behind him, and the Dreadknots just beside. Yeah,
making good use of the Dreadknots because the character rule, we do remember, if they are within 3 inches of a vehicle, they cannot be targeted. They're keeping close to that Dreadnought there.
Absolutely, yeah. And then you've got another unit of 3 here, just looking at that objective.
Perfect. And then you've just got the 1 in reserve.
The 1 in reserve.
As we've already spoken. Cool. So here we go, guys. Roll off now. Let me be the first one to roll off so we can keep track of what we're rolling. So here we go. Rainbow dice deployed is a 5. Is a 6.
I had a feeling.
Wow. Okay. So do you want to go first or second?
I will go first.
Of course. Okay. So we'll catch you back after movement for the Custodes coming up next. And here we go. Movement over for the Adeptus Custodes. Command phase over. Nick gains ACP. And on to the shooting phase we go.
We do.
Couple of stratagems being used already.
We are, because we've been talking about it, but we are going to be using it during this shooting phase.
Okay.
So we'll start with the bikes.
Yeah.
And the bikes are going to be, we're going to start with the Dreadnoughts first. So no CP here yet.
Okay.
And we're going to be firing his Stratum bolters and Dread Spear at the front unit.
Okay, there is a CP actually because I'm using a stratagem. I'm using Pathfinders on the unit closest to me.
Okay.
So Pathfinders, if you target that unit, you need 6s to hit. So I do use a CP. So I do drop 2 to 8 command points left.
So he's going to be firing here.
Okay.
So 3 hits because of your Alaitoc -1.
Yep.
So all hit.
Remember, guys, modifiers now are to a maximum of 1 or +1, which is absolutely amazing.
Amazing, yeah. So and now we're going to be wounding on 3s because of strength 5.
Okay.
We reroll 1s to wound because of Trajan. And that's 3 - 3, Stephen.
3 and -3, so they go straight through.
Yeah, that's damage 3 each.
My armor save is 4+, I believe. Damage 3 each?
Yeah.
Okay, so 3 go straight away.
Yep.
I'll take the front 3.
Yep. And now the Dread Spear.
Put that one how it was. Okay.
So D3. I am going to CP reroll that because I want at least 2. So that's 2. So I'll see if I get that CP back. 5+?
No.
No. So 2. I am down to technically 8 now.
Okay.
Yeah, I still haven't used the other ones.
I marked them as if you were. Okay.
So,
what does this
2 shots. Well, it's the Dread Spear, the Strength 8 -2 D3 damage shot.
Okay, but what did you just take off? Was that the reroll?
That was a CP reroll.
CP reroll,
yeah.
Okay.
So here we go. 2 hits. And now 2's to wound, because it's Strength 8. Rerolling once.
Yes, sir.
So 2 wounds, -2.
Okay, so here we go. So 6s. No, damage is D3, right?
So first one. Dead. Second one. No, one
left
wound.
and 1 wound. Okay, so we'll get a marker now once removed, and I'll just put. Do you mind getting one of the yellow dice from there?
There you go.
And just maybe there. Okay. Next up, what do we have?
So the shield captain might as well put his shots into him.
Okay, try and finish him off.
I believe it was 6 shots.
Yeah. Yeah, it's rapid fire, so Hurricane Bolt. So 6 unless you're within 12.
Yeah.
Which you get the 12.
Yeah. So rerolling once, 3's to hit. And now 4's to wound. So 4 saves, Stephen.
4 saves.
4 ups. Sorry, 3 saves, Stephen. It's
3 saves.
Yeah.
Shall I roll again?
Yeah, roll again.
Only fair.
Make it fair. Yeah.
Okay. Minus? No minus, right? So 4 ups. 1 still remaining. That would make something else have to shoot at them if you want. So I'm going to use the CP to actually try and keep him alive, which I don't. So he's removed from play, and I go down to 7 wounds remaining.
7 CP.
Okay, 7 CP. Not
7 personal
I'm nearly
wounds.
dead. Okay.
Okay.
So what's next?
So those are fired, and now we're going to be using a stratagem, the superior fire patterns from the new book, I think it's called. So basically, an infantry unit can double the amount of shots for rapid fire and pistol weapons.
Perfect. Really good on the shooty ones. What
Sagittarium.
Sagittarium, yeah. Which you do have a couple.
Yeah, we got
Probably
5,
have to paint them up.
More than likely.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're going to be using it on this unit. So basically, the spears will be able to get double shots on this unit at the back.
Okay, perfect.
So instead of only being 3 shots, 6 shots.
Okay.
And if they were in rapid fire range, even more. Let's see, 12 shots. So hitting on 3s and wounding on 4s. So 3 wounds at -1, Stephen.
Okay, so 5 ups.
Yep. That's 2 dead because
is it damage 2?
Yep.
Oh, if I can't reroll that, so that's 2 dead. Just take the 2 closest to you off. Yep. Just put them to the side. Okay, and now what's next?
We're probably going to be firing the biker unit. 24 is there, so we are in range still.
Okay, so there's a lot of shots coming through there, so we'll do that off camera.
Yeah.
And I'll do my wound rolls. See you in a second. Okay, so here are the wound allocations. So we did roll 6 sixes, which automatically wound with the stratagem he was using, and then only 4 wounded with the rest.
Yep.
So he was actually quite lucky to get those.
Just before we do that, I'm going to see if I get my CP back.
Okay, on a 5 up? Nope. Okay, so here we go. No minus on these, so 4 ups.
Yep.
Okay, that isn't bad. That's just 1 dead. Do I have anything wounded? No, that's quite good actually. I'm happy with that. I'll take the front one. Yeah, I'll take that one off. Yeah. It's pretty tricky. The deployment is really tricky. Now that you don't know who's going first, even though I had the advantage of deploying second all the time, it's still so tricky. I have to get used to it. Okay, so any more units to fire?
I don't think so. Those are definitely out of range.
Yeah, so that concludes your shooting phase, right?
That does conclude my shooting phase, and I don't think that's too bad.
No, that's not too bad
at all.
You remove the unit fully, and this one's severely wounded. I do have a fearless bubble for my Warlord trait, like I specifically said at the beginning. It's the Alaitoc one, just in case you skipped the intro. So I don't need to do a leadership test there. And that's about any charges?
No
charges.
I mean, I could probably try and declare a charge, but we obviously use direct.
Obviously, we don't fly now. So don't fly for that.
I don't think it's worth the Overwatch.
Okay, cool.
Well, that's true. Well, if you want to Overwatch for a CP.
Yes, that's which I wouldn't.
You wouldn't. So.
Okay,
no, I don't think I can even make that charge. It's 4. Then 5, that's 9 plus.
No, that's
5.
it. That's it. Yeah, it's gone already. Yeah. Okay, cool. So that's next first turn. First turn in 9th edition. We'll catch you back for my movement turn 1. Craftworld Eldar turn 1. movement over, a lot of moving all over the place. The two armies are quite fast with the bikes on the Custode side and so many bikes, or what's left of my bikes on this side.
Yeah.
It's actually pretty interesting. I really like the rule which I can now move with my Night Spinners and not have the -1 to hit, which is really cool. And they move 16 inches, which is a lot. So we're already moved on to this objective. These two bikes have suicidally moved up onto the incoming bikes. Farseer moved behind this Night Spinner. The second Farseer moved up onto this structure, and then flanking on the right, we've got the Singing Spears, Shining Spears, and the Warlock on that side. And as well, lastly, we've got the Pathfinders moving up, so the Rangers moving up just to get line of sight onto Trojan there. Okay, so we're going to start off the psychic phase, and to start it all off, we've got this Farseer upon this ruin firing Executioner, targeting the bikes with Executioner, needing a 7 on this. Okay, so that's a 7, that's a pass.
Yep.
D3 mortal wounds is 2.
So 6 is ignore. So 1 wound.
Okay, ignore 1. And then we're going to go just for normal smites.
Yeah.
That's a pass as well. So D3 on these is the magic 3.
So
okay, so that's 3.
So that's 1 bike dead.
That's 1 bike dead. So any bike dead is a happy. It's a good thing.
It's a happy Stephen.
Yeah, it's a happy Elder and happy Stephen. Okay. Next up, we've got on this side, we've got this Farseer in range of Doom. Oh, you've actually taken him off.
Oh.
I should have started with him.
Oh,
can you actually measure? So 24
yeah, I'll measure, of course.
I think he was just in. He was just in. So now I've actually messed that up.
Ooh. And that wasn't even intentional on my part. That was just lucky.
So so he's out.
Oh dear.
Big mistake for me. We carry on. So we're gonna go into the. Oh, sorry, guide. Guide is in range. So I'm gonna guide the Ranger squad just up on there. So I do need a 7. It's a fail, but I'll just reroll this one with wounds of the Farseer. So pass on them. And then, that's a big mistake from me for Doom. But anyway, we'll carry on. We're going to go protect into the Shining Spears.
Yep.
I'm constantly going to say Singing Spears now.
Yeah, just say the Spears.
Spears. They're all singing whilst we're heading to battle. Okay, so here we go. I need a 7 on here. And that's a double 1. So I'm going to use 1 CP to a command point, and I can roll the full dice now, because that's how it works. So 1 CP to go down, and let's see what happens. That's a pass, that's an 11, so more than good. Now, you do have a stratagem to deny, which you thought about using, but now on an 11, it's not worth it, is it?
Yeah, no. I mean, I would have used Spark of Divinity, but...
Okay. So my Exarch now has a 2+ invulnerable save, which is pretty terrifying.
Pretty good.
Yeah, pretty broken.
Yep, it's pretty good. It's pretty good. It's pretty good.
Okay, so I believe that's the end of my psychic phase. I'm happy that's gone off at least. Big mistake from me with not being in range of Doom. I should have started with him. And remember, Nick, I don't know if you know, but psychic powers now, you do have to do all of the psychic powers before moving on to another one. So cool. So that's the end of the psychic phase. We'll move on to the shooting phase coming up in a sec. Here we go. We start the shooting phase. First of all, I'm going to use Runes of Witnessing on this Farseer so that anybody within 6 inches can reroll wound rolls of 1. So I will be rerolling wounds of 1 on that Night Spinner. Nick, can you take 2 CP off my command points before I actually forget?
So you are down to 5.
Yeah, and let's start the shooting phase. So this Night Spinner is going to go all the way and try and take Nick off this objective on that side. So 2d6 shots is double 1. Now, if I use a CPA roll both these dice, this is the number of shots. So I'll use another CP for that, taking me down to 4 CP. And that's 5.
Oh dear.
It's not good enough, but let's see how it goes. So, hitting on 3s.
Yep.
Okay, 3 hits.
Is it rerolling to wound only?
Yeah, to wound only, just to wound. So you basically become a lieutenant.
So 3s to wound.
3s to wound, 2 wounds, and I can't reroll that. No AP, because I haven't rolled a 6.
We'll start on the shield, because I believe now if you designate a model to take the wounds, from then on, he has to take all of them.
Yeah.
Okay, so the shield will start taking them. So 1 wound.
1 wound. Damage 2. So 1 wound remaining. Yes, I'll put 1 on him. But it's from that unit. So now you can designate. Well, now he's wounded anyway.
Unless I want to reroll it, but I don't think there's going to be much shooting coming to them.
Yeah, there's another light spinner coming into them.
Yeah,
I don't think I'll kill the full unit.
It's fine, yeah.
But
it's fine.
You're keeping it.
Yeah,
okay. So next night spinner, number of shots that's much better. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's all the dice there. Hitting on 3s. Okay. There's a couple of misses, and then wounding on 3s.
So
no reroll 1s. I should have.
So 5, yeah?
5 wounds. No 6s either, so no -4 on that.
Just 2s.
And they're all saved.
They're all saved.
Okay, cool. We do have to check what you just said about everything has to fire now at that unit. I think it's per unit. So if you take saves from that unit and it doesn't kill you or doesn't wound you, if you move on to the next unit, you can now choose.
You can
who
choose
you're
again,
taking on.
unless they're wounded, I'm assuming.
Unless they're wounded, of course.
Okay.
Yeah. I think.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah.
Okay.
Don't quote me, but that just makes sense in my head.
Yes. 3, 6. Okay, so next up we've got the Shuriken cannons from these 2 bikes going into. I do want to take off as many bikes as I can, but we're gonna go. We're actually gonna go into this the unit of custodian guards.
Okay.
Custodian guards. So hitting on 3s.
4s.
4s because of the Vixilia.
Yeah, and this is from the laser ones?
No, these guys.
Ah, these guys. Okay. Yeah.
Strength 6. So wounding on 3s.
Yeah.
No wounds. Okay. Next up, we've got the Rangers atop of the ruin.
Yeah.
Firing into your Warlord. 3, 4, 5, 6. Into your bike, yes. I do have Slay the Warlord as my secondary. Yep. So it's very important I take him out. Okay, so I am hitting on 4s, but I do reroll because of guide. Yeah. So obviously I can't reroll 3s, but I do reroll these. Yeah. Okay, that's all hits.
Those 2 3s are missing.
Ah, that's true, yes, sorry. Yeah. And now looking for 5s here.
So 1 wound.
1 wound. And mortal wound.
Yeah. So no.
No, goes 2 as well. So it's a wound.
2 pains. So 2 saves.
Yeah, superior creation.
Yeah,
isn't it?
superior creation.
Wow. Okay.
That's
so
very
again,
lucky roll a 6 and a 5.
the next 7 shots from the other snipers firing into your wall as well. Hitting on 3, hitting on 4s.
5s because they did move.
Oh yes, this is very true.
But you can't reroll 3s or 4s.
Yeah, I can't reroll anyway because we're not guided.
Oh, it's true, yeah.
So looking for 5s now. 1 wound, no AP.
So 2 up. 6.
Okay, perfect. He's out of range, so what I'll do, I'll get some dice and I'll catch you back for the Shining Spears. Okay, so Nick is going to use a stratagem, one of his special stratagems for his, what are they called again?
Shadow Keepers.
Shadow Keepers. Okay, so what does this do?
So basically for this phase, so you can do it in the shooting phase or assault phase, you can reduce the strength of an attack that targets a Shadow Keeper unit by 1.
Okay. Cool.
So if it's strength 6 going down to strength 5 against the bike,
Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to use the Star Lance first. Yeah. So I am hitting on 3s. This is strength 8, so I will be still wounding on 3s.
Yes.
So looking for 3s, it's a hit.
Looking for 4s, remember the -1 for the battle.
Okay, sorry, that's a hit anyway. And then wounding on 3s. That's a wound. So, -4.
So 4 up and down. Saves.
Okay, perfect. And then we've got these shots hitting on 4s.
Yep.
Okay, that's
2 hits.
2 hits.
And now wounding on 5s.
Wounding on 5s, yes, because you've taken off that. No, all gone.
Yeah, so see if I get my CP back on a 5 up. I do, so I stay on 8.
Perfect. So what I'll do quickly, I'll do the 4 shots from the Shuriken catapults from underneath from my Warlock. Yeah. Hitting on 3s because I'm sure they hit on 2s, right?
No, they hit on 3s.
They hit on 3s as well?
Yeah.
Okay, it's the
Farseers
that hits. Okay, so 2 hits and 5
6.
to 1.
I think 6 is now. Is this for the
4.
entire phase, the -1 damage?
Must be.
And to the end of that phase, when resolving an attack against that unit, subtract 1 from the strength.
So any
6
shots,
is to wound.
crazy.
Yeah, 6
okay,
is to wound.
so haven't wounded. What I'll do next, I'll fire all the rest off camera, all the Shuriken catapults off camera, and then we'll catch you back if there's any wound roll. Just 1 wound at, obviously I was wounding on 6s because of a stratagem, meaning it's a -3.
That's the difference for a -1 and wounding on 6s.
Yes,
just for
crazy.
1 stratagem used.
I know.
That's pretty crazy.
Okay, here we go. So looking for a 4 up and vulnerable save?
Yep, 4 up.
And it's a pass as well.
Yeah. Wow.
Okay, so that concludes my shooting phase. Everything has shot on the table. Not the shooting phase I wanted.
Yeah.
Let's see how I can do this.
I guess the shooting phase I want.
Charge phase. I will be charging, obviously, with my Shining Spears into your bikes. Will you use a CP to Overwatch?
It is a lot of shots. I will use one.
Okay.
36 shots.
36 shots. So again, a lot of shots coming in hot. I will roll for my charge phase because I doubt you will kill the whole unit.
No, definitely.
So I'll do this first. They're in definitely. I'm just going to charge into them anyway.
I can't get a CP back.
So what we'll do all the Overwatch shots off camera, and then we'll come back clean for the fight phase. Okay, 4 wounds, and we'll be allocating them all on the Exarch because it does have a 2-up invulnerable save. So here we go. Obviously get that 1. I will be re-rolling this for another CP, taking me down to 3. And it's a 2. So it's a pass. Yeah, it's a pass. Had to think about that a bit. Okay, so that's the Overwatch done. We'll catch you back for the fight phase now. Here we go. The fight phase. 10 attacks coming from the lancers, the laser lancers. Nick has used again another CP.
The Grim Responsibility.
So I will be less in strength again.
Strength 5.
1 point less in strength. Okay, so 10 laser lancers coming in. Will Nick taste the rainbow? Hitting on 3s. Okay, 4 misses. That's not bad. And now I do need 5s instead of 4s now, sadly. So here we go. Just 1 wound. Okay, 4 up save,
Saves.
That's a pass. Okay, and then 3 attacks from the Exarch. Hitting on 3s. That's 3 hits. And then wounding on 3s because the strength is 8, going down to 7. That's 3 wounds.
3 wounds, so 3 4-ups. And that's 1 wound.
1 wound. Let me just quickly check.
Damage 2, I think.
Star Lance is damage 2. Yes, damage 2.
So I'm down to 2 wounds.
Down to 2 wounds.
On one of them.
Okay.
Okay then.
Now you attack back now. So,
so
4 attacks each, I believe.
So 4, 8, and 12.
Okay.
And here we go. So hitting on 2s, rerolling once. Rerolling once. This one missed. And now wounding on 3s, rerolling once because of the trigger. Rerolling once. Oh, that was a 2.
Okay, take those 2s out. I will roll these, which is much quicker. Now, what's the minus on them?
I believe it's -3.
Okay, so I do have a 2-up armor save at the moment on my Exarch, so I might as well take them on him. I might as well do that. So just check quickly, Nick, check that. Is it
-3 intercept.
Okay, ouch. Okay, so 5 ups, 1 at a time. So here we go. I know, first one goes through. So D3 on him.
That's 1.
That's 1, and then 5 up. That's him, so that's him dead because he has.
Now he's dead. Because he has 3 wounds.
Does he have 3 wounds?
Yeah.
Yes, he has 3 wounds. Yes.
So now he's dead.
Okay, and then these are 6 ups. All failed as well. So that's 5 wounds, Nick.
So 5. First one.
First one is 3, so he's dead.
1 dead. 2 dead. 3 dead.
Dead. 2 more remaining.
4 dead.
4 dead.
Is it a full house?
It's a full house. Dude. That's all the Shining Spears
disgusting.
Removed. Ouch, ouch, ouch.
Ooh.
There you go. The end of turn 1. 4-0 at the moment. Nick scoring 4 points for his attrition, and we haven't scored any other secondaries at the moment. Not the turn I wanted at all. That actually hurt quite a lot. It's going to be an uphill race for me, but I still have things in reserve. 2 units that can do a lot of damage when they drop in. So we're looking forward to turn 2. We'll catch you back after next movement. Movement over for the Adeptus Custodes. We've got the unit coming in from strategic reserves, just 9 inches away of this Night Spinner. These have shuffled up forward a bit. Trojan himself has moved back onto this objective, now safely put and sat down on the floor.
In the rear with the gear.
Ordering from far away. And then all this unit, the big bubble of, or castle of Custodes that was here before, has now shuffled up the field. We've got the bikes moving upon this ruin. They won't be able to shoot you, right? You know, right?
Why?
Because fly units can't shoot anymore after falling back.
I didn't fall back, I killed you.
Oh, no.
I killed you.
Oh, yes, you did. Oh, that hurts. That hurt my soul. Okay, did you know that? Did you know about
Yes, yeah, you mentioned
I'm like, I hope I told him.
Yeah,
we've got the shield captain on the flank, Nick's Warlord, now about to shoot off the table that Warlock, and then we've got the Dreadnought himself just moving up onto those two remaining bikes. So, let's see how this goes. Shall we go straight into the shooting phase?
I'm happy to.
Okay, so let's start with a couple anyway, and then if you need to get more dice, wherever we can move over to the next one. Okay.
Is there anything you want to do at the beginning of my shooting phase?
Is there?
Is there?
Is there? Oh yes, I'll do Ranger. What's it called? Pathfinders onto this unit beside
this one.
The Farseer there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Makes sense. Okay, so you.
So 1 CD, I'm down to 2 now.
Yeah.
We'll be going up. Did you get your command points up?
Yeah, I did.
On the beginning of the command phase?
Back up to 7.
Okay, so here we go. What's starting off the shooting phase?
Okay, so the captain is going to fire at this. Actually, we're going to just start with them here, and we're going to be firing at this ranger units.
Okay, so all those shots there. There's a lot of shots. Let's cut off. Do that off camera, and we'll come back for the wound rolls.
Yep.
Okay, so here we are, and look, we've actually had to call Mikey from Hellstorm. Look, it's a small board. Small board gang. Yes. Okay, so we've been talking a lot. Like Mikey and myself talk daily about the 9th edition rules, and this is actually something that's caught my attention. So the Rangers in their rules have the cover, so they actually get a +1 to their cover, but now it's actually worded differently. So we actually don't know if actually they are in cover or not, because it's all like worded differently. So
the cover like cloaks into it, so it says they get +2 to their armor save if they're in cover. Which isn't a thing. So is it in cover? Is it within terrain? Who knows?
Who knows? We're waiting for the FAQ. So guys, if we got it wrong, this guy is the one to blame here. So thanks, Mikey. If we get it right, it's our decision. If you get it wrong, it's your decision. See you later.
Bye.
Yeah, so what we're saying is basically the bike's firing at these guys here.
Yes.
So we're not sure now, because they used to get the +1 armor save
if they were in cover, which there was only one type of cover. Now there's a lot, so we're going to do it at the
they
cover.
Get it.
So a +2 to their cover, meaning they have a 3-up save now. So how many wounds
14.
was it? 14 wounds. I'll just use your dice.
I believe it's a 3-up for you.
Yeah, 3-up now, because the normal save is a 5-up. So 3-up, that's 3 dead Rangers.
From the back or from the front?
From the front. Nick will just take them off, and we'll carry on shooting next. Okay, so one thing sorted out the way. That's the only thing that we don't dislike it, but it's difficult to difficult to actually get used to all these terrain rules. I think there's a bit too much in it.
Well, it's like used to be in 5th, where you had woods could eat you and stuff like that, and then you had in 6th as well.
Far too many little rules. I think it's down to getting used to them, but still. Things like that are worded differently to what it's worded now, so let's see what happens. Hopefully we'll get a day 1 FAQ and that sorts it out. Okay, so next up we've got this unit of custodians firing into the bikes. Nick again using a CP on
the superior fire pattern.
Yeah, so extra shots, double the shots on them.
So see if I get that CP back. I do.
Okay.
So there we go.
Stays the same.
Yeah, pretty much, because I'm pretty sure it was. Yep, 1 CP.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So here we go.
So
these shots into the bikes, the 2 remaining bikes.
Let's take the pistol shots actually out. So there you go. So now instead of just 6 shots, it's 12 shots.
Yeah, very good.
That's so hitting on 2s, rerolling 1s for
the
issue.
Hitting on 2s because he is within 12 inches, so I'm not getting the benefit of the Alaitoc trick.
Yep. And now wounding on 4s.
Yes, sir.
So that's 4 wounds at -1.
Okay, 4 wounds for now. So 5-ups. No, and they're damaged too, right? Yeah. So those 2 bikes are removed. Nick removing them from play already. Next up, we've got the Dreadknots firing into
the Night Spinner.
The Night Spinner.
So 4 shots.
Yes, sir. Oh, I'm dropping off the field.
So 4 shots from the.
Ooh,
can't remember.
Can't reroll 1s.
No, can't reroll 1s. That's it. So and now strength 5. So 5s to wound. No.
Okay, what was that? That was the
bolters.
Wasn't it 8 shots?
No.
Isn't it 4 shots each?
No, it's 4. It's two each.
2
No,
each.
I think the last time we played, I did it as 3 each.
A Drathic Destructor.
I think it's called that. Yeah.
Okay.
I think so.
Number of shots. 2 shots.
Yep. 2 for the spear.
Yep.
So it's 2 hits.
Okay.
And 3 is the wound. That's 1 wound minus 2.
1 wound -2 coming up. So 5 ups.
Yep.
So
D3 damage.
1. Okay, just mark it there with a 1. We'll get the yellow dice out later on.
Got it.
You've got 1. Okay, let's go marking up then. Yep. Okay, next up, have we got anything else to fire? These guys coming in from reserve?
Yes, so they're going to be firing
obviously
4
into the
shots
next room.
from the spears. So 3 hits, and now 5 is 2 wounds, 1 wound minus 1.
That's damage 2. Okay.
And now the pistol shots.
2 here.
Both miss.
Did you miss?
Yeah, double 1. Okay, I think that's it.
Yeah.
Oh wait, no.
Did you hit on 3s? Because remember, I do have a -1.
I rolled 3 1s.
Okay.
And then a 4 or 5 or something
cool,
like that.
perfect.
Yeah, now this guy is going to be firing into these ranges.
Okay, trying to finish them off.
Yes.
So 12 shots because he is within 12 inches.
10, 12. Okay. So hitting on 2s, rerolling 1s. And that's another 1. And now 3's to wound.
Okay, I'll just get these, so no minus in these.
Nope.
So again, 3 ups because of +2 to my armor. Oh, that's not good. That's not good at all. That's 5 dead. That's the unit removed.
That's the unit, even if you reroll 1.
Bye-bye, little ranger. Wow. So that's the shooting phase over. I just want to explain now on camera so you actually see how the obscuring terrain actually works. So if you draw a line of sight from these models onto this model, you don't pass through obscuring terrain, meaning that you can actually target him. Now, this guy can see the end of this fire prism, Night Spinner, but that line would pass over the obscuring terrain, meaning that you can't fire at it even if you do see him. Okay, so what's up next?
Especially if the terrain is bigger than 5 inches.
5 inches, higher than 5 inches. Correct. Okay, so what's next? Are we going to go into the charges?
The assault phase,
Into the assault phase. So what's charging what?
So we're going to be charging the rangers with the 3 bikes.
Yeah, so I'm not going... They're still guided, by the way.
They are still guided.
Is there any wounded there?
No. Well, yes, there was one.
Are you going to charge with him?
There is one.
Are you going to charge with him?
Yes, they are.
Okay, so I will do Overwatch with them instead.
So they're going to charge there.
Yeah, I'm just going to use my CP to Overwatch with them.
He's charging here.
Okay, so let's just roll these and then we'll do the Overwatch.
These guys. So 8s, they're in.
Okay, so they're in. Yeah, don't move them. We can do that off camera. He's charging into the Warlock.
Yep.
So just charge him in.
Yep.
That's in anyway. It was a 1 and I can't see the second dice. So yeah, he was in basically anyway. And then I will Overwatch with these guys, taking me down to 1 CP.
Yep.
Number of shots: 5, 6, 7, 8, 2, 4, 7, 8. Okay, looking for 6s here. Hoping to get a couple at least. I do get 1 wounding on 3s. That's a wound and that's a 6. That means it's a -4 on that.
So it's going on the shield.
Okay. No, that's damage 2. So down to 1 on him. And now for the Shuriken Catapults. 4 shots. No 6s there. So do you make the charge? Take the rainbow. Yeah, you can do it.
Lucky dice.
5, 6, 7. Do you want to reroll?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So see if I get
down to
6. 2 CP, I believe.
No, it's just 1.
It's just 1. So see if I get it back. Whoops.
Oh. No, you don't. But you've already got it this turn, Nick.
Did I?
Yeah, I thought you did.
No, I got it last turn.
Okay.
Yeah. I got 1 for the command phase.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So see if I get it.
For 9, 6, 7, 9. There you have it. So they're in. We'll move all the models into range, and we'll catch you back for the fight phase. Okay, fight phase. What's starting it all off?
Shield Captain.
Shield Captain into my poor Warlock.
So hitting on 2s, rerolling them 1s.
Yep.
Yep, all hit.
Yes.
And now wounding on strength
right?
is 6.
Yeah.
So 3s because your toughness 4, I believe, on a bike.
Yeah, toughness 4, yes.
So 3s but rerolling.
Okay, so all wounds. That's 5 wounds.
5 wounds indeed.
Minus.
So minus
I do have
3.
invulnerable anyway.
So 4 up and down.
All except 1 are passed.
I believe you have 3 wounds.
Yeah, maybe I reroll that actually. Do I reroll that?
Your last CP.
My last CP. I will get 1 back next turn. I'm not going to reroll.
Okay.
I'm not going to reroll.
I can reroll this because of Victor of the Blood Games.
Okay.
That's a 2.
2, so he does have 1 remaining.
Yeah, I do want to check it. I'm pretty sure it's a damage reroll.
Okay.
I'm never sure of the Victor of the Blood Games. I always forget.
Just check, doesn't matter.
So you can reroll a hit roll, wound roll, or save roll. So I can't reroll a damage roll.
Okay.
So I am going to use a CP.
Okay, CP reroll, so taking you down to 5.
Yeah.
Oh,
that's a 1.
So still 2 remaining, which is even better there.
Yeah.
Okay, on to the next one we take. Next up, we've got the Praetors into the Ranger squad. Yep. Let's see what happens here.
Hitting on 2s. Missing with 4.
Okay, no rerolls because there's no shield captain nearby.
No. And now wounding on 2s.
Yes, wounding on 2s because they are
rerolling. And that is...
Yeah, because you do reroll when they try.
That is them dead, Stephen.
Ah, yes, because they are -3.
That is -3.
Yeah, that's the whole unit wiped out. We will remove them from play after you actually tackle these guys because I won't be spending any CP. Actually, I haven't got 2 CP to spend.
Exactly, yeah.
So these guys into the wounded Knight Spinner.
Yeah, so the spears.
Okay.
Which I think I can actually just do them all together anyway because it is all 5s to wound. Because you are toughness 7, yes?
Yeah, so 2 wounds with the spears minus 3. So 6 ups. 1 does pass.
Yeah. D3 damage. For 2.
2. Oh, I do have spirit stones on them. So I do have to do. Yeah, I have to do the 4 because I've lost 2 from before.
Yeah, do 4.
No, so that's another 2 wounds to remove from here.
Yeah,
and now we've got the swords. Yeah.
Yeah, so 3 hits and again 5. So it is all the same. So 1 wound.
1 wound.
-3.
-3 as well.
Yeah.
Okay, so 6 up. Damage.
Damage D4. So 2.
6 ups. No. So that's 6 wounds remaining on him, but at least he has survived that turn. Yeah. Are you within 3 inches?
They can consolidate a bit more.
Yeah, you should be anyway. So you've taken that one off me because you are troop choices. Okay, so that's the end of that. I do have to attack back with these. I don't know how many attacks they have.
I think it's 3.
Is it
3, then D3,
then 1? I've got my list here. So
3 D3, then 1.
Let's do the Warlock first, which is 2 attacks, and he does hit on 3s. Okay, and he always wounds on 2s because of his Witchblade. 2 wounds, Nick, no minus on here. So 2 up save.
2 up saves.
That's both passed, and then let's quickly check what the Fire Prison has. I think it's 3 attacks, but we might go down to his middle bracket. So D3 attacks is 2. I do hit on 6s. No hits. And that concludes next turn.
Yeah.
How many have you killed? How many units have you killed? 2. The 2 Ranger squads, right?
So 2.
And the bike squad as well.
Wow,
so 3 units killed for attrition. Very difficult for me to actually get that. And you did score your points for the primary, which we will go on to after my turn and see how many points we have. Yeah, so there we have it. Not looking good for Alaitoc. But some reserves now coming in. Let's see what they can do. Here we go. Movement for the Eldar over. I have gained back a CP because I did remember that these guys do have the scout vehicle rule, which means they can basically tactical reserve themselves without paying a CP. So Nick has kindly allowed me to get my CP back, which was
a gracious god.
Yeah, you are a gracious god. You are. Okay, so movement-wise, these guys have dropped down from reserves. Now within 12 inches, so 40 shots coming in hot into these custodes. This Knight Spinner has fallen back. Nick could have used that new stratagem, cut him down, but for 3 models, it just wasn't worth it.
No, I mean, if he only had like a wound left, sure, maybe 3 dice.
Yes, exactly. And then on the other side, I have fallen back with a Warlock, and my Farseer has moved up towards next Warlord, hoping to smite him to death. And if I don't, trying to finish off with this Knight Spinner, because he is a character, he's not the closest, but there's no vehicle
no more character shenanigans.
Yes, no vehicle or character within 3 inches, and no unit with 3 or more models. Okay, so let's go straight on to the psychic phase. We'll catch you back in a sec. Starting off the psychic phase, we've got a guide into this big unit of Guardians, needing a 7 here. That's a pass. And then I will be dooming this unit of Custodian Guards. 4, 5, 6.
That's a fail.
That's a fail. I do need a 3+. I'm actually going to reroll both for the runes of the Farseer. And it's a pass. So Guide and Doom already passed, and then we move over to the other Farseer on the other side, the other flank completely. I'm going to Smite with. If you fall back, you can't Smite now.
Really?
You can't cast psychic powers now. Okay. That's a new thing.
Okay, so it's just
I remember.
So it's just a Farseer.
Just a Farseer.
Okay.
Okay. So looking for this is the Smite first.
So 5.
So that's a 10. Ooh, nearly. I might cheek. I'm gonna be cheeking.
I mean, you're not gonna lose.
I can't reroll 1.
Well, yes, you can.
No,
right?
with your Farseer. Yeah. So I'm just gonna reroll this.
Yeah, because if you get a 5.
No, I don't. But that's a pass anyway.
But you wouldn't have lost out on anything because
exactly.
you got a 6.
So D3.
So that's D3.
That's
so
1
wound. So on a 6 up, I ignore. Sorry, on a 5 up, I ignore. So
is it 5 up?
Yeah, because superior creation.
Yeah. And then let's go for an Executioner.
Yeah.
That's a pass and a 10. And that's 1 wound again. That's it. All my smites have been 1 this game.
And
that's a pass again. So down to 5. Okay, that finishes off my psychic phase. We'll catch you back for the shooting phase. Okay, starting off the shooting phase, we've got the Farseer firing into next Warlord, hitting on 2s. That's 3 hits, and wounding on 5s. Just 1 wound, no minus on this. And that's the mighty 1. Do you want to reroll that?
No, I'm gonna just 5 up Field Pain. Because I'll pass that one.
There you go, see? Yeah, like you said. Okay, do Night Spinner firing into your Warlord now. 2d6. I like these character rules. They're really much better. I hated that you couldn't target him.
Yeah,
I hated that. Scenarios like this, I hated it. Okay, so number of shots. Oh my god. Dear, I'm going to use a CP to reroll these. That's better.
Oh, yeah.
That's my logo there. The S for me and the N for Nick.
Yeah.
12 shots. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And I'm down to 1 CP, aren't I?
It's 2 CP too.
No, did I have? Oh, yeah, sorry. I was 3 because I got my command point, so I'm down to 2.
Yeah.
Okay, you got it right. Okay, hitting on 3s. Okay, couple of misses here. And then strength 7.
Because so I am out of 6 there.
Would you have used the CPA for +1, -1 to my strength?
I don't think so, no.
Okay, so wounding on 3s then, but my strength is 7, right?
So nice 7, yeah.
Okay. So 2 are minus.
Yeah.
2 are 3 up invulnerables, basically.
So 3 up invulns. So 1 goes
through, damage 2.
5 up Field Pain. So 2, so
down
he's down to 3.
And then you've got 4 2-up saves.
4 2-up saves. Here we go. So
okay, that's another one.
So I use my Victor of the Blood Games reroll.
Perfect.
Yeah.
And that's a pass.
Yeah.
Okay, so you range with 3 wounds left. Okay, next up to fire, we do have these 20 shots. There's 40 shots coming in hot into this unit, so I'll do that off camera and we'll catch you back for any wound rolls. Okay, so I have wounded with a couple of dice now. When I targeted this unit, Nick used one of the new really cool stratagems.
Well, it's quite crazy actually, and it's very, very counter Eldar stratagem. So use this, it's called the Emperor's Auspice. And you use this stratagem in any phase when an Adeptus Custodes unit from your army is chosen as the target of an attack.
Yep.
Until the end of that phase, when resolving an attack against that unit, your opponent cannot reroll any dice for that attack.
So basically, I can't reroll. I think we're doing it right.
So for the entire phase, that would be negate Doom, because when they become the target, and guide in this case as well. Because now, if for example you would have chosen another unit to fire at them, when a normal instance you would have been rerolling to wounds for Doom, but for the rest of that phase you cannot reroll any dice for that attack.
Any attacks.
Yes.
Cool. So I think I've done it right. Crazy. I think attacks means any shooting attack, so hit and to wound.
Yeah.
Cool. So yeah, what's the wound? So
yeah, so you got 6 and -3 and 2 and no minus.
Okay, so you're doing all at the same time?
Well, I'm gonna do one at a time because there's only one wound
storm shield. Yeah. So
3 up. That's a pass.
Okay. That's a fail, so that's 1 dead.
Yeah, and
then the rest of you are 2-ups.
Yeah, the 4-ups because there's still -3.
Okay, these are the 6s, right?
2. So another one dead.
Dead, yeah.
Yeah, and now 2 adds no minus.
That isn't bad actually.
Yeah, so you kill. So yeah, it's fine.
Okay, so 2 dead and 1's in full wounds.
Yep.
So I'm happy actually with that. Now I'm going to go and fire these Warwalkers now. So Shuriken cannons, I'm going to fire at the same time.
Yep.
So 2 Shuriken cannons.
But to say that normally that would have been the unit dead.
Yes,
Guide on Doom.
Guide on Doom. I would have done so many wounds.
Yeah.
Really good strat. I'm liking the Custodes a lot in 9. Okay, so 6 shots coming in hot into the Custodians.
Is this the vacuum?
Sorry? It's 1 unit, right?
Yeah.
Everything into them. Yeah, I need to take these out. And then strength 6, so wounding on 3s.
So
2 up -3.
Yeah, so 3 up and bow. Save, 3 up and bow.
No, so that's the shields removed.
Yeah,
and
then I want to reroll that one.
Do you want to reroll?
Yeah, I'm going to reroll that one because I know the missiles are coming in next. So, yeah, he saves.
And then one more save.
And one more just normal, yeah?
Just normal, so 2 up.
2 up. Saves.
It's a pass. Okay. And then we've got the 2 missiles now hitting on 3s.
Yep.
I will be re-rolling this one. Have I re-rolled? I haven't re-rolled, right?
I don't think so.
I haven't re-rolled because what did I use a CP for?
Definitely not in the shooting phase.
I used the CP...
Maybe in the psychic phase. Yeah, you used the CP in the psychic phase to reroll the... Actually, no, you used the CP to reroll the number of shots.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I can't reroll this. Okay, so just 1 hit, strength 8, so wounding on 3s. That's a wound.
Yep.
Goes through.
3 up in bow.
3 up in
better
bow
odds.
He's better. Yep. He's done really well. Yep. Really good to have those storm shields on those units. A couple of points more, but well worth it.
Yeah, so I think it's only 3 points more with the sword and shield from 49 to 52.
So maybe even 2.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's the end of my shooting phase. Again, haven't pulled through on my shooting. I really needed to hit hard in my turn 2. For my charges, I will be charging with this unit into this Lonely Custodian.
Okay.
So,
but wait.
But wait.
There is a nice stratagem I haven't used for a very long time.
Okay, is that Tanglefoot Grenade?
Tanglefoot Grenade. Look how you remember.
Yes, I hate it.
So, Tanglefoot Grenades, if you're within 12 inches of an Adeptus Custodes unit at the start of your movement or charge phase, I can use this and remove d6 inches from your charge.
Okay,
well, if I get a 3+, you won't be able to make it.
Okay, so shall I roll my charge anyway, see if I make it?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, because you're not going to spend the CP to Overwatch. So I failed anyway.
But it would have been a 3, so you would have needed a 12.
12, yeah. And I won't be re-rolling that anyway. Okay, and then next I've got the Farseer going into your Warlord.
Yep.
Obviously, would you have paid the CP to
Overwatch? No, because you're on full wounds.
Okay, so I'm in, and then I think I've just got 2 attacks. Let me just check.
But it is D3 damage a piece.
I'm checking a lot. It's a long time I haven't actually played
Eldar, or me Custodes.
Or you Custodes. I actually don't want to make any mistakes. Okay, so 2 attacks hitting on 2s.
Yep.
That's 2 hits and wounding on 2s.
Yep. It's 2 wounds.
2 wounds.
No minus. So 2 ups. And that's 2 plus. Yep.
Okay, I've actually forgotten to do my. I know he can't fire his Witchblade, and he's out of.
He's a Singing
12.
Spear. Yeah.
Singing Spear. He's out of 12 inches anyway. So yeah, you attack back now with your. You attack back now.
Yeah, I attack back.
Yeah.
So 5 attacks, hitting on 2s, all hit, and now wounding on 3s. 4 wounds, no rerolls.
4 wounds. 4 up.
Yep. Because I already used my Victor for the Blood games.
Okay, 1 goes through, damage D3.
That's 3.
3,
that's
okay.
A 6.
So 3 remaining, because they do have 6 wounds each.
Yeah.
That finishes off my turn. Do I get any... I do score, 2 points, I believe, for being wholly within 3 of the table edges. So my Warlock, that fell back, I've got one of these units, and then I've got the walkers on this side. I think I score 3 if I'm wholly within the 4, which I'm not.
Okay.
So I think I score 2 points. Let's have a look at how the score is at the moment, and we'll catch you back in a second. Okay, so we've quickly checked the scores. 14-7 for the Adeptus Custodes. That's before going into next turn 3. So he will be scoring a command point there, and then scoring the primary again, which looks like he's scoring 3. So he is scoring more than me.
Yeah, well, including that one.
Yes, yeah, you are scoring more than me, you're scoring more than 1, and you're scoring 1, meaning you will get another 15 points, taking the total to 29 to 7.
Yeah.
So yeah, we'll catch you back after the movement. Turn 3 coming up next. Here we go, movement over turn 3 for the Adeptus Custodes. We've got this unit moving up towards Warwalkers, Trojans shuffling up as well, thinking about moving up towards Warwalkers. And then
he feels very comfortable around his objective.
He does. Let's stay. He's probably going to stay put.
Yeah.
Next Warlord has stayed put in combat. That's where he actually wants to be. And then this unit has moved into that objective. We've got the Dreadnoughts moving up towards the Night Spinner, and this shuffling up towards the Night Spinner again.
Yeah.
That's the end of the movement. We can go straight onto the shooting phase.
Yeah.
What's going to start that off?
Well, first of all, we're going to use the moment shackle on Trajan.
Okay.
And we're going to regain D3 command points.
Okay, so this is once per game,
Yeah,
right?
once per game. So he can either regain D3 wounds, attack again, or regain D3
Okay,
command
did you get
points.
your command points for
Yes,
the command phase?
Yep.
Okay, so he's up to 3 plus another 2, so up to 5 now.
Yeah.
So good to see Custodes with so many command points.
Yeah.
That was what was much needed.
Missing.
For them.
It's what was missing.
That was actually missing.
Yeah.
Okay, so shooting, what's starting it all off?
Okay, so first of all, this is going to be counted as obscured, yes?
Yes.
Through this terrain?
No,
even though I
because
can
that's
start...
different. We said the rocks
okay,
were
the rocks.
obscuring.
Fair
so
enough.
if you can have a point leading to one of these little units, which you can, because I can basically see it, basically you can fire into them.
So we're going to be firing the spear and the Lastratum bolters.
Into them? Okay, interesting. Wasn't expecting that.
Yeah, there's a lot of numbers there and we want to whittle that down.
Perfect. So 4 shots coming in hot.
Yep, so 4 shots hitting on 2s.
Hitting on 3s because of Alaitoc.
Yes, you're right, yeah. Hitting on 3s. Did I get any 3s there?
No.
Sorry, any 2s? No. So now wounding on 3s. So 3 wounds, so that's 3 dead because it is -3 damage.
Yes, sir, that's very true.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll start moving them forward.
And now D3 shots from the spear. One
Just
shot.
one?
It does hit on a 3. And it does kill 1 more.
Okay, so another one there. That's 4 removed.
That's 4 dead.
Remember that I do have my Warlord trait. That's
the fearless bubble.
Fearless bubble there. Okay, next up.
2 shots from him into
the same units.
So 2 hits.
Yeah, he is within 12 inches, so
and no wounds.
No wounds, no.
3s.
Okay.
Okay. Now they cannot actually see the wall, the warlock because of the obscurity. So the 3 bikes are going to fire into the warlock.
3 bikes that are basically just behind.
Just behind. Yeah.
I'll just move that way.
Yeah.
So people can actually see what's happening on this side.
Was 36.
Okay. So that's a lot of shots coming in.
Absolutely.
Do you want to roll here?
Absolutely. So hitting on 2s.
Okay.
That's all hits, it seems. Wow, okay.
Yeah, no -1 because you are within 12 inches.
Yeah.
And then, I'll help you.
Yeah. Let's have. That's 2, I'll keep the 2.
Wounding on. You're going into the warlock, right?
Yeah, so it's 4s to wound.
4s to wound, yes.
Which I think there are plenty there.
Yes, there is. I'm sure he's a dead warlock, so I'm just going to roll these. And well, these are 2s there, so don't have to roll over them. That's a dead warlock. Bye bye, Mr. Warlock. Okay, what's next?
Yeah, so next.
He hasn't got a gun, right?
He hasn't got a gun. Okay. He's not a vehicle, so
he can't shoot in combat.
Yeah,
that would be. Imagine these guys shooting there. Okay, does Trojan have a gun?
He does indeed.
Okay, that's why you shuffled him up, right?
Exactly,
to get into
range.
So
another shot on the Warwalkers. So that's a hit. 5 to wound, nope, that's 3.
Okay, no
and
wounds.
now the units here.
Yeah.
We're going to spend a CP. See if I get it.
Okay.
Start of this turn. Nope.
Nope.
And we're going to fire double their shots.
Again, same strategy.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, I'm quickly going to see how many wounds and what actually my Warwalkers have. So let me just quickly check. Guardians, Rangers.
I think it's 6, isn't it?
Fast attack, 1 Riders, heavy support. It's the last one here. So I've got a 4-up save and I've got 6 wounds.
Yeah, 6 wounds.
Okay.
So now the spears first. So that's 2 miss.
My toughness is 6, by the way.
So 5. So that's 3 wounds -1.
-1. So 5 ups.
Yep.
Okay,
so
2 go through.
Damage.
They do have an invulnerable save, but
Oh,
it's a 5 up, yeah. So 2 go through.
Yep, and now the sword, that's 4 hits. And another 2 wounds.
Okay, so you could kill it, I could.
Failed both?
Nope, so just 1 wound remaining on him. I'll put a dice, which I have here.
Yep.
And there we go. just a 1 there. Yeah. Perfect.
The double shots is very, very good.
It's very good, yeah. Sure. When you have the point stratagem, it's actually CP now to do it. Use it, it's a constant outload.
Absolutely.
Okay, so that's the end of the shooting, right? Everything's shot.
Yep, that's everyone's shot.
Okay, so we'll catch you back for the fight phase. Assault phase. Fight phase. First of all, we've got this Guardian firing, charging into the Night Spinner. I will use one of my CP to actually fire my Overwatch. Number of shots is an 11, a mighty 11. This is what I needed. So 4, 6, 8, 10, 11. Hitting on 6s. That's 2.
Yep, that's all you need.
That's what I need. And 1 wound. I'll use my last CP to remove this one into a 3. Yep, that's 2.
Okay.
No AP. This is the sad thing.
Ooh, that was a close one.
Okay, so 1 wound remaining on him. I do have my Shuriken catapults.
Yeah.
I'll put a 1 before I forget, just in case I don't kill him off.
Yeah.
And then 4 shots from the Shuriken, hitting on 6s. That's 1.
5s.
Ah. Okay, so he does stay on 1 wound. He does charge in. No need to roll for him. And then we've got a couple of other charges.
So the bike's on this side. Distance, an 8, more than.
Okay, they're in, and then we've got the Dreadknots needing a...
I'm gonna say 6. 6 it is.
5, so you're in 5 inches, so just need a 5. No Overwatch here, can't do it anymore. He's basically in. And then lastly, we've got the Guardians on this side with the
Custodian Guards.
Custodian Guard, not the Guardians. The Guardians are over there, panicking. So you just need a 3 here.
Yep. That's a 7.
That's a 7. So they're in again. We'll get you back for the fight phase. Starting off the fight phase, we've got these Custodians fighting into the Wounded Walker and its brother just beside. Yeah. So here we go.
So we're going to do the sword first, actually.
Okay, sword coming in hot first.
So 2 hits. Strength 5, toughness 6, so 5s. 1
okay,
wound.
that's 1. That's all you need. Yep. No, so that means the Walker is removed. Does he blow up?
Looking take the shield with him.
No, okay.
Okay, so now the 6 spear attacks.
Yep.
Let's see. Could he actually attack now?
Yes, of course.
Yeah, because it would all happen at the same time.
Yeah, he's within half an inch. That's the...
So all hits.
Oh, yeah, everything would happen at the same time. Yeah, it's not a different unit.
Exactly. And that is 4 wounds because we do have +1 strength.
Okay, so 4 wounds. -2, right?
3.
-3.
Yeah, so
5 up invulnerables.
So 2 go through.
2 go through. Is it just against shooting the invuln?
I don't think so.
No, just have a 5 up.
Yeah.
Okay, so 2 go through.
2 go through.
Could kill him off.
Yep, we need 2 3s. That's 1. Do I reroll? I am
going to finish
reroll.
him off? Okay.
No.
Okay, so 2 wounds remaining. Okay.
Let's see if I get that CP back.
Yes, sir.
No.
Okay, moving on. We've got this lonely guy attacking the Night Spinner.
Yep.
Really cool that now flyer keywords units can't fall back. That was much needed. Yeah, so I'm happy about that.
Yeah, so that's 3 hits.
Okay.
And that's 2 wounds. -3.
-3, 6 ups. Nope, both go through. Number of damage.
2d3. That's 4.
Spirit stones.
Yep.
Yeah, 1 passes, so 3. There's 3 remaining on him.
So he's in his last bracket now.
Yes, it is. Okay, and lastly we've got the... No, not lastly. 2 units still to fight. We've got the Dreadnought now going into the Wounded Night Spinner.
Yep.
So this is a minimum of damage 3 on his weapon.
Yeah. So, really and good. I believe because I didn't use the stratagem on him, he's only 4 attacks base. Okay. So 2 hits. So that's 3 hits. And now strength is 8 base for Contemptors?
I don't remember. I think it's 7.
I can't remember. 7. So let's say 14. But it's still 2 to 1.
Anyway, 2 to 1, yeah.
So 2 -3.
Okay.
-3. Yeah.
And do you want to check it's -3?
Yeah, I'll double check it, but as well the D3 mortal wounds for the impaling strike.
Okay.
So it doesn't happen.
That's just... you need it to do a 4+,
yeah,
right? Exactly. Okay, and what's the damage output of that wound that failed?
D6 plus...
minimum of 4.
Yeah, D6 minimum of 3, so that's 6.
That's 6, so 4.
Yeah.
I have 6 for my spirit stones.
I will get the 4. And that will check.
Okay, so 5 do go through.
Yeah.
So I do have 5, unless your weapon is...
No, it is -3.
-3,
yeah.
okay, so 5 left on him.
Yep.
The good thing is that he can't fly next turn anyway. Now we've got the bikes going into my Farseer. He's in trouble as well.
And 4. So hitting on 2s, rerolling 1s, rerolling this 2. And now wounding on 3s, rerolling because we did charge.
Yeah.
Oh, that is a
lot of pain.
That is troublesome.
A lot of pain. What? No, he's dead anyway. Don't need to roll for the double.
D3s,
so he's actually slain as well.
Yeah.
Ouch, ouch, ouch. We'll catch you back for my attacks back. Walker attacking back, kicking the Custodes. Let's see how this does. One hit. No wound. Is it a wound? Strength 5?
Yeah, strength 5.
Yes, it is strength 5. So no minus on this. Can I take the shield off?
Yes,
you can. That's a 1. Shield removed from play, and now we move over to the.
Straight in the nuts.
Yeah, we move over to these guys. So just 1 attack from this one, hitting on 6s. No, and D3 attacks from the other Night Spinner. No.
Well,
sorry, 1 hit. Sorry, one attack and fails
Yeah.
to hit. Yeah, that concludes the turn. I think it's going to be very difficult to actually carry on this game and try and get some points. But let's score. Let's actually score my points if I go on to my 10-3, and we'll catch you back with the score and that after the command point.
And not to mention, we forgot the attrition from last turn, so it was actually 18-7.
That was true.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, let's check out how the points are going, and then I'll have a think about if it's worth carrying on or not. Here we are, my trusted notepad. That's actually what you need right now with so many points for secondaries and all that. It's hoping to get the app running and have a little taste of how the secondaries work on an app, so it's much easier to score. Let's be hopeful, and hopefully Games Workshop actually listens to us.
Yeah.
Okay. So, I'm actually going to call the game, and I'm going to actually explain why.
Yeah.
It's a bit pointless to actually carry on. Nick's on his way to nearly 30 points now, which is a lot of points.
A lot of points.
I'm not scoring any for my primary because he's a troop choice here. We both have a unit here, so no scoring there. And then none other are captured by any of my units. Now, I do have a couple of units still alive, but most of them won't be able to shoot next turn. He can't shoot next turn. He can't shoot next turn. The Warwalker can't shoot next turn. So it's only down to these Guardians and my Farseer. The most I'm going to do is remove him from play. Nick will again score another total of 15 points. Because he will be scoring 1, he will be scoring more than 1, and he will be scoring more than my his opponent, which is me.
Yeah.
So that's another 15 points plus attrition. Probably then again slay the Warlord. And what was your other secondary? Line breaker. Probably get it. You're already capturing it. So he will be on the lead by a lot of points. And if my units were free and able to shoot, I would say yes. But there's no point in actually carry on. Not a lot of shooting coming from me. No points coming from me. Let's not waste time. Fist pump for Nick. Glad you're back. We'll catch you back for the end of game conclusion. So there we have it, the end of the game. A win to the Adeptus Custodes. An incredible win. Wipeout, total wipeout. Like I was nowhere to be found throughout the battle.
Well, the thing is that we were looking at the army lists when we brought them out and we put them on the table, and we're like, and I was thinking like, oh, I don't know, you're very fast maneuvering, I don't know how I'm gonna actually keep up with you. But
had firepower as well, had enough firepower, but wow. Our Custodes back in business.
Those stratagems, like our Custodes have always been a balanced army. They've always been quite balanced. They've never been top tier. They've just been mid tier.
They had a really good codex.
Yeah,
the codex was probably one of the most balanced ones.
And I think it broke it a little when you had the old Forge Worlds, when you had the Telemons with the shooty and the Palace, the grav tanks.
Yeah, the grav tanks was so good.
Yeah, very, very strong. But since they got nerfed,
they got a big nerf.
Yeah, they
needed
got a big
nerf, but
it was needed. Yeah, they were just quite mid tier, I'd say. But now with these new stratagems,
so good, man.
Oh,
the new stratagems where you picked the Shadow Keepers, right?
The Shadow Keepers. And
that one was good by itself.
Yeah.
and then there's so many good stratagems. The book itself, the codex itself had good stratagems anyway, but this book just has so much more help that it wasn't an army that really needed more stratagems. They just needed the CP. But now having the CP plus two more pages of CP plus strats for every host to choose.
Yeah, like just go on the host, shield host.
Like I see them being very good in 9th edition.
Yeah.
Now let's talk a bit about the game itself. Like you started first, you did a lot of damage, but I'm finding it very tricky to deploy because like we don't know who's going first. But do I play defensively? Why should I play defensively when if I go first, I want to have the counter offense, right? Yeah. So I'm still thinking about how to actually deploy some of the armies. I'm having problems as well because I'm trying to play so many different armies. I'm not getting used to any properly, and that's becoming a bit of a problem for me. But it's always good because we actually, in the report, we actually see what's happening and what's being good, Matt. But Eldar are. They've come from top tier. They've gone like really down. Like I've been going to some events lately, and you don't see them as much as before. Now that the air wing detachments have been nerfed as well because there's no air wing.
Yeah, they're gone.
That was the really good strong thing they had. The Elder Flyers were really good. Now there's tax when you actually was wanting to.
Yeah, you're gonna have to take 2 battalions. 2
battalions, or even if it's a patrol or something, you still have to pay for your HQs, pay for your troops.
The tax is heavy.
But they just don't have that oomph that they had before, where they used to play around and toy around with stuff. So I'm hoping they get a bit of a refreshed. What do you call it? Like refreshed, just the whole thing refreshed.
Well, when the codex drops.
Codex drops, a couple of new units. I'm really hoping they actually get that. We have a couple of new units coming in for this studio army in the next couple of weeks, which hope to get a bit of a better list for 9th edition builds. But again, like I don't think I would have done anything differently. Again, my deployment was maybe a bit off. I should have been a bit more defensively.
Well, the thing is that it's the small battlefield as well. It really benefits Custodes because we have very little movements in our units, and we don't need to move that much anymore.
No, you don't.
To actually get that I think it was really noticeable in this fight where turn 1 I was there,
and especially Hammer and Anvil, where you can even hide even further back the field. Now you've got 6 inches less. You've got 6 inches more. So a 12-inch less on the table.
12 inches less to hide.
You do notice it, but I enjoy it. Games are quicker. Things are on top of each other quicker. How it should be. And you don't want to play 40k for 3 hours or 4 hours. You want the games to be a bit quicker, and we can actually see that. Would you add anything else? Do you
Only that the Grim Responsibility stratagem is very strong. I mean, that I think is what really annihilated your Shining Spears. It really neutered
I was going in with strength 6.
And suddenly strength 5. And I was tough as 6, so now you're wounding on 5.
Okay, even the stratagem which you used on the Guardians, where I couldn't reroll to hit or to wound because you would negate it and guide. That's a really good stratagem.
Emperor's Auspice, and that is...
Coupled in that you're getting extra CP for free in the command phase, you're re-rolling to CP farm, and Trojan grants you an extra D3 once per game. It's amazing.
How much CP did
I think you've spent about
18?
18, more than 15.
More than 15.
15 to 18 CP, and you still finish the game with 3 or 4.
3, and I would have gained 1 on my turn.
On your turn. So Custodians are looking really good. Eldar are not looking good. I will promise to retweak the list a bit more, maybe put the fire prisms in now that they can move and still fire without the penalty. I'm going to just mention it, there's a Wraith Knight coming in, newly painted by John Corsten. I'll put him in the list as well and try him out. And there you have it, guys. Really cool armies on the field, really cool battlefield. Sorry about the game. I think it's been one way, but it's good to actually see what's happening in 9th edition.
The thing is, we didn't expect it.
We didn't expect it.
I thought, you're going to be really maneuverable, you're going to be dancing around me, but it's like we said, small battlefield, and
I didn't dance at all.
Just wow.
So there you have it, guys. If you want more content like this, head over to SN Plus on snbarrypots.com, and if you actually want to chat to ourselves and the team, join us on Discord by being one of our Patreons, which gives you access to the Discord app, and you can actually chat to ourselves for any reasons, show us any work in progress, or just chat to us in general. And there you have it, guys. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll catch you back in the next one. Cheerio.